Okay, now guys, welcome by the way. So before we get started, if you are new and you've not subscribed, click on the subscribe button. You can also like and share. We will be looking at this WTI crude oil, so you need to stay to the end to actually get this analysis and why we will be trading such this week. So basically, to actually get to understand this analysis properly, we would have to start from the higher time frame, which is the monthly time frame. We will start it down to the 1 hour time frame. So that is how we will be looking at the analysis. Now take a look here. We are on the monthly time frame. We all can see. Let's start it from here. This level here. I think this level was around January, or let's say February 2020. Since 2020, we've actually been rolling, bullish. I think since that lockdown or whatever, our WTI crude oil has actually been going bullish. If you have to see, so if you want to trade it on this monthly time frame standpoint, there's only one way we should look, which is to actually go bullish on this our WTI crude oil, which we see this impulse move. There was a correction here, right? We had another impulse move on this WTI crude oil. We had a correction, so a little bit of a drop, then another impulse move. This impulse move, if you see it, they are actually breaking the previous higher highs. Once we have an impulse move, we tend to have a correction, which means the price will come down. So once we have another impulse move, we tend to see that impulse move break the previous impulse movement upward. So basically, that is an uptrend move. On this WTI, it is very clear that we are uptrend. We should actually learn to go bullish and take a look at it. We are actually on above 10 period moving average. It's just of recent we just broke below the 10 period moving average. You see, on this time where we're actually going bullish, we're actually above the 10 period moving average. It's of recent this price actually broke the 10 period moving average. So what can we see here? What do you think we'll be aiming for again on this monthly time frame? We are still aiming for an impulse move. Now take a look at it. The reason why I said so is that let's take a look at it as an impulse move here. We had a correction in it. We saw this correction here. We had another impulse move, right? After an impulse move, we add a correction. Now, if you see this correction, this our correction, we tend to have it at that level of our previous pullback level. We saw this impulse move, there's pullback level here. Around this, the pullback level. Then we add another impulse that broke above it. Now we add another pullback to that level. On an uptrend move, we tend to see it rally up again on this WTI crude oil. Reason why I said WTI crude oil will be going bullish this month. So monthly time frame, we are actually aiming to go bullish, and let's see if it will actually go bullish. Only are we going to possibly from here would want to see this key level actually push off from this level here. So if in case the price manages to drop down for any reason, then I possibly see it, I probably see it to come down to this level. So we are currently at 84. Let's see if the WTI will drop at 80 before it will push up. So at least the lowest point I am aiming, it should drop at 80, then you need to continue to push it. But if in case anything that happen on this monthly time frame, we can't really predict the forex market the really long term, but we know we can actually predict it for some short time. Because we are seeing the movement which is actually happening currently. A major news can come up now and change the direction of this WTI crude oil. So if in case this WTI crude oil should drop, then we should see it drop at this level where our price reacted from. We should see it actually drop. We saw this price came here, bounces up, came here again and bounces up. So we should see it. That should be a level of 67. So currently actually at 84. Let's see if it should drop to 80, then a rally movement on the monthly time frame. Exactly what I am seeing. Down to the weekly time frame. Let's see it from the weekly time frame now. You all can see this movement since 2020, bullish move, right, on this WTI crude oil, right? Now our price has actually rolled up, right? It actually got to this level. Once we see it, notice this thing, it actually got to this level, then we saw a drop on this WTI crude oil. So basically, price actually rolled up and it's dropped at this huge wick here. Then you tend to see it rally up again to that huge wick again, that level where our price dropped from, which is which now dropped again. So I highlighted this level as our resistance level. So basically, we would take it as the resistance level on our WTI crude. Now that is one. So basically, once we saw that price actually reacted here, we saw this huge wick. Basically, as price is coming on this weekly time frame, it tends to push up. Once it comes to this level, it tends to push up. I think it will be more visible on the daily time frame. So basically, the price comes to this level and it pushes up, and now we saw it break above this, below this level, and we saw a pullback level on this weekly time frame. So we saw it, by the way, break below it, and we saw a pullback. After a pullback, we'll be expecting a drop again. So basically, weekly time frame says we are now still bearish, right? So we are still bearish. So definitely, if price will continue to go bearish, in case if price continue to go bearish and it will not reverse, then we should see it drop to this level on this weekly time frame, which is about still 64 we talked about. So basically, I am waiting for the price to actually reverse up, as we once said on our monthly time frame earlier on our monthly time frame. But if in case price does not reverse it up, it drops, then we should actually see it reverse at the level of 64 on this WTI crude. So WTI crude, we very much likely see it drop at 64 level and continue to go bullish. That is on the weekly time frame. And secondly, the price is now below the 10-period moving average. This is the trend movement, a bearish move, a correction, a bearish move again, a correction, a bearish move again, right? We saw actually this bearish move actually broke below this lower lows here, previous lower lows. Then we add a correction here, touches our 10-period moving average, and now we are actually on a bearish move. So let's be expecting possibly this week we might actually break below this, close below this previous lower lows. This is previous lower lows. Let's hope we actually break below this previous lower lows this week on this WTI crude oil. So WTI crude oil, we are still aiming to go bearish, and let's see if it will actually close bearish this week. So weekly time frame, we still want to go bearish. Now on this daily time frame, to actually see this trade properly, we see it from here, take it from here, we see it bearish move, by the way. So we are actually rolling down on this WTI crude. So we've actually gotten to one key level where we talked about on this our monthly time frame. This is the level here. We once talked about that. We're very much likely to see our price roll up from this level. That is what we said on our monthly time frame. But if in case of anything, price breaks below and continue to go down, then we should see it roll up around this level, which is about 64, close to 65. So if in case of anything it continues to go bearish, then we should see it reverse at the level of 64. If not, we might see it roll up at this level, but price is not giving us that movement yet. It's no indication that it is about to roll up. It's still going bearish. Now take a look at it properly on this daily time frame. This is the previous lower lows we talked about, right? So price actually had a pullback from here, then price broke below it. Now we saw price roll up to test this our level it broke below from, and now we are on a bearish move and we continue to go bearish. So weekly time frame says we should actually go bearish this week. Daily time frame too is also giving us a bearish move. So basically, if you want to take this trade, which is 84, let's see if it will actually drop to about 80. This is the lowest point we just talked about. This is the lowest key level, which is around 80, which I talked about before. Let's see if our price will drop to 80, then we're very much likely to get a bullish continuous, then we're very much likely to start going up. But if in case it continues to go bearish, then we'll be aiming for 64 as the level to actually go bullish. But right now, if you want to take this trade, short it to around 80. So is WTI crude oil is currently trading at 34. Let's aim to go about 80 for this week. Now to actually place this trade will be on the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame is a time frame to actually place this trade. So this is a level where price has actually been reacting, and price has broken below it. So we saw a pullback here. So now to actually enter this trade, if you want to short it, by the way, wait for the price to break below the level of 83.77. So once price breaks below this candlestick wick here, we all can see on the 4-hour time frame. This candlestick here we are seeing on the 4-hour time frame. Once price break below it, which is about 83.77, then we can actually now enter the trade to short our WTI straight down to about the level of 80. to a level of 80, and possibly if price breaks below 80, it will continue to drop, and if not, we might see that reversal movement upward and continue to go bullish as we once talked about on the monthly time frame. So basically, to enter this trade will be on a 4-hour time frame. So once the price breaks below 83.77, then actually shorts this on our WTI crude. And lastly, the 1-hour time frame basically see the same thing with our 4-hour time frame. So price is kind of ranging here. We saw the pullback level, which is kind of rolling up a little bit. We are expecting a drop to actually break below 83.77. Then we can enter the trade for the week.